O'Brien.
What's going on, everyone? This is Jacob Shoup. You're watching the Tom O'Brien Show right here on TFNN. We got a lot in store for you today. We're going to be joined by Basil Chapman in the second segment and then Tim Ord in the third and fourth. Let's take a look at what we got going on in the market today. The composite off about 0.37%, trading at 19,663. The Dow Jones Industrial off about 0.02% at 44,391. Let's see, you got the SPY trading off about 0.23% at 603.31, so a little bit lower than yesterday. The DXY still getting kind of strong right now at 106.40, up about 0.21%. You have crude oil staying pretty flat at 68.43. The gold contract is very strong today, up 1.21%. I was going to try to go for this level here around 2,717, trading right now at 2,718. So very nice. We're hitting right around that level right now. And of course, we are going to have Tim Ord on today. You had, I don't know, how are the miners doing? Let's look at GDX. Only up 0.27% today at $38 at least for the GDX. You have silver coming off a little bit at off about 0.1%, 32.58. The Russell's flat, 2003 at 98. Let's see what else we got. Copper off 0.18%. Tesla moving super high. Elon Musk joking that Bill Gates is going to go broke on shorting Tesla. It's just hard to do it. I don't like it. I talk about it all the time. I would never short Tesla. There was some news on it. We kind of go over that a little bit. I think it was, when Bank of America had a super optimistic outlook regarding the Austin super factory. I mean, who's to say that really drives something 3.17%? People just want the stock to go higher. I mean, it is just moving. Let's see, regarding kind of electric, you have Lucid off 7.5% today after a pretty solid day yesterday. I'm assuming the same is probably the case with Rivian, off about 3.18%. Trading right now around that $14 area, traded almost right to the $15 level. They had a price target upgrade to about 18, which is right under the highs that it made July 12th. Still probably have some issues with that company. Let's take a look right now at Vuzi. Okay, some solid movement to the upside today. Up 13.90%, trading at 309. So it did easily move past that high of $3. Short-term high. This thing has been higher for the past. Regardless, this is what it's doing. I still think they have sales issues. This is chasing all, just new highs on pretty low volume. So I can definitely see kind of a pullback with Vuzi. I am in at Vuzi, kind of below this level, around like 270. Because I do think, although I don't like the fundamentals of it at all, I think getting those new orders are pretty fantastic. We'll see if they can have some better kind of forward guidance on their next earnings. Until then, this is going to get played. I'm concerned that you can probably get a dump around this level. You have a massive wick on both ends here. There's a lot of sellers and buyers in this stock right now. So we'll see what kind of happens with it. But trading up 13.19% at 310. And again, I like the AR. I think it's fantastic. But the company has been having issues. Trading right now at 229, at least on the market cap. Let's take a look right now at Mara Holdings. So off 4.04% today. I still don't get, this is a little bit different, right? With Mara, at least mining to some capacity, but I'm not understanding why, again, Mara and things like MicroStrategy. I mean, MicroStrategy just bought more Bitcoin, right? And I just don't understand, again, the premium that we're paying for this at all. I can see a future where they start lending against it, which I think is kind of a cool discussion to have. But who knows if that's the case. I don't. You look it over at Mara. Let's see. They're doing the same exact thing that MicroStrategy is doing, which is their 0% coupons, convertible bonds, which is unbelievable. Let's see here. What did they buy? Bitcoin yield was 12.3%. Bitcoin yield is now 47.6%, which is great, but it's not exercised. So, you're not getting any money from that at all. Microsoft also is trying to get memed essentially by Saylor into buying Bitcoin, and they refused to do that, which is a little bit unfortunate. So, what did he say? Yeah, told investors of the NCP PR intended to submit a shareholder proposal recommending that the software's company's board look to diversifying its balance sheet with Bitcoin He was presented this at the meeting. It fell through. Kind of unfortunate for them, right? There's still that kind of law going forward, that bill going forward in Congress to see, but I just don't buy that MicroStrategy or Mara need to be trading at these kind of levels because it's just so much higher than the net asset value, and it's not currently generating any actual like cash flow, right? I think a lot of what's going on, why you probably wouldn't want to short something like MicroStrategy, even though it kind of makes sense, is that it's the image that it has in the public is going to be one where you just keep buying it. I mean, it's tied in with Bitcoin itself. Obviously, you had a lot of shorting going on right up here, and that kind of made sense. It really went out of control, but it's still at a massive premium. And again, keep in mind, you're buying it, you're keeping it at this 371 level. The more that he buys, the more your ownership of Bitcoin gets diluted, essentially. Or at least the amount of Bitcoin, price-wise, that you own gets diluted, and that's a massive problem. And I haven't heard anything from Saylor saying that he wants to start monetizing this, meaning, giving loans out against it. You look at other Bitcoin holdings that, JP Morgan has or whatever, that is directly correlated, the ETF price is directly correlated with the value of Bitcoin that's held inside. So that in and of itself is the issue, but it's probably not going to go much further down because I think a lot of people, like as I've been saying, you want to get into Bitcoin, you don't know how to do it, you're just going to buy MicroStrategy. So what everyone says, that's probably what's happening. And so you can really stay at these elevated levels for a very, very long time. The only way I see MicroStrategy ever getting cracked, right, is that you have a massive depreciation of the value of Bitcoin, like there's a massive sell-off or something like that. This goes down with it, but it just seems untethered right now. The market cap is untethered to the value of Bitcoin that it holds. So that is a little bit strange. Take a look at Big Bear AI as well, off 15.71% today. Again, you're pushing massive highs on actually pretty good volume as well. It's probably getting a sell-off. We'll see what happens with it. I don't know when you have earnings coming up. When was this? On 11:05. So you still got some time with it. Still think it has a lot of potential going with it, but again, one of my big fears that I have with the stock is that you have so much insider selling going on. That's kind of my at least wrap up for the day of what I've been looking at. When we come back from the break, we're gonna have Basil Chapman on. I know he's got a fantastic presentation for us, and then we'll be joined by Tim Ord of the Ord Oracle. Stay tuned for Basil.